I see my man in here, bruv. The Zlatan brother. He's too funny. Bruv, man said he got delayed because I was still sobering up from last night. Bruv.
You had some tequila, yeah?
Fam, I was back in the tequila, fam. Man hit 50K last night, bruv. I still got a headache, fam. I'm telling you, I smoked that tequila, bro. That's finished now. Mad thing, bruv. Oh, big up everyone in the comments. Big up everyone that was here last night. Yeah, it was a mad one. I can't lie. It got a bit messy still. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bruv. 100 soon coming. That got a bit messy yesterday, but bruv, the game is the game.
What you mixed the tequila with?
Nothing, bruv. Man, just back there, innit? Shots, innit? Man, I was doing shots, so I'm on the live yesterday.
Not even on the rocks and that. Just straight. Busting the shots.
Straight, just banging shots, bro. They're like triples and that. I don't know what they were. Those are not normal shot glasses, but this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, bruv. It was a big night last night. You know what I mean? Big up everyone. Yeah, make sure you slap the like button while you're in here. You know the usual mods. 500 minimum. You should get about 700 for the show. You already know what it is. What you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know, we're just about to enjoy another England game. Can't wait. Super exciting. You know what I'm saying? Flowing football at its best. And then 3 days later, we got the Premier League back in it. So
the madness. Yeah.
What are you saying? The international breaks? So you happy to see it,
bro? The only thing I like about the international breaks is I've got less work to do. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no United game, so I get to kind of enjoy my life a little bit more, bro. That's about it. Like I was already looking up the next international break in November, yeah. Because then that's the first Saturday I'll have off in a while. You know them, man. So man's gonna try to do something. That's about it. I don't watch England. They're crap. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't watch them, bro. Like I was excited for England. Probably, I think the Euros 2016 was the first time I said, you know what, I'm gonna start kind of supporting England properly, innit? Like, because growing up, I never supported England. I got Brazil shirts. I got Italy shirts. I ain't got no England shirts growing up.
But why do you think that is? Why did you not support England growing up? What's the reason?
Man, I couldn't relate to them. The football was crap. Do you know what I mean? And the players never looked like me. There was nothing. There was no connection. You know them ones. Now, there's bare man them playing for England. It's different, innit?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what do you think? I could relate to Teddy Sheringham and Chris Sutton and them, man, and David Batty when I was growing up, man. Do you know what I mean? That team didn't speak to me, innit? Like now, obviously, you got ballers like the Sanchos, the Rashfords. Do you know what I'm saying? Just them.
They've worked harder to create the connection in it
with the fans as well.
To the fans and to the culture, whereas before it was just all about, you know what I'm saying, like the old hooligan style England.
That's it. 3 lions. When you used to see man with 3 lions tatted on them, yeah, you knew what it was, innit? You know? For real. Yeah, so I never used to support England growing up. You know what I'm saying? I used to support Brazil, blood, and support players. I had my Del Piero shirt, a Totti shirt, Italy shirt. Now I just had bare number 10 Brazil shirts. That's all I had. Like every Brazil shirt, man had it. Like literally growing up. So I never had English.
They always had the coldest shirt still.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember that away shirt that I had still, the blue one.
Bruv, you see what I'm saying? Bruv, so it was just a Brazil thing, innit? And then England, I don't know, bro. Like I see all these young players, I got mad excited. And then Gareth Southgate is sucking the flair out of these players, man. It's embarrassing. This is probably the most flair England team I've ever had, like in my life.
But do you not think like one of the problems, one of the confusing things that I feel, you know, if you ask 5 man who should start for England and what the formation would be, you'll get 5 different answers. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, but that's because they don't know ball, blood. But if man know ball, it's not that hard.
Yeah, for real. But like I said, because look, I'm looking at the team. I don't see how playing 2 at the back. England's in a realm now where their wing backs or fullbacks, however you want to play it, that's their strength in it. They've got an abundance of them, so much so that the likes of Wan-Bissaka and that will probably never even get a good run in the team. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not. That just shows the levels that they've got in terms of wing backs, as terms of going forward as well. But they're soft, in my opinion, in the middle in terms of the way Southgate play. and also at the back, the centre halves as well. Like I don't think the centre halves are they're not of the standard to win a tournament. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's interesting to know. Some people would say they should go at 3 at the back because they ain't got the strength with the back 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Two centre halves. What do you think in that situation?
I don't agree with that. Do you know what I mean? Like I look at England. You lot let us know in the comments as well what your England 11 would be. I look at England and I say, cool, Ben Chilwell is probably England's best left back. Fine.
Yeah.
Trent's probably England's best right back. Fine. Centre backs, I've got a Maguire agenda, so he's not playing for me. You know them, and I don't care.
Cody.
Brother, I'll play anyone, bro. I'll play Mings ahead of him. There's bare man I'll play ahead of him, bro. And then you even got to look at Duncan, these man. Like the thing is with centre backs.
Yeah, Keenan Duncan.
But bro, I don't know. But listen, bro, you see the thing with football, yeah, it's not about individuals, it's about the collective, innit? You find 2 centre backs that complement each other. Like I've said many times, yeah, when I spoke to Darren Bent, yeah, he said Distan and Jagielko was the defense, yeah, the 2 centre backs that gave him the most problems a lot of the time, just because of how they complemented each other. It wasn't because of how good they were individually, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you get 2 centre backs that complement each other well, for me, Maguire doesn't do anything well enough for me to pick him ahead of certain man, bro. Because my thing is, at least if you're not an amazing footballer, at least have pace or something. You ain't even got pace. I'd rather just pick decent in the air, bro. You know them ones. I'd rather just pick that.
But what would you say in the England scenario of the tactics that that Southgate plays in? Yeah,
I'm not playing 3 at the back for England, bro. I'm not doing it.
But if you play 2 at the back with Trent running forward, knowing that he will get caught out on counters, yeah.
But this isn't the Liverpool system, so he doesn't need to run forward. Here's my thing, yeah. Play to England's strengths. England's strengths are their attacking players.
Definitely.
That's it. So you play a 4-2-3-1 for England, and you probably play Declan Rice sitting with either Jordan Henderson or Harry Winks, blood. You play them 2 in the deep role. You could even play a flipping Rice and a Dyer or whatever. It looks dead, but if you've got 4 gunmen in front of it, it's all right. You know them, it's fine, bro. You could play Jack Grealish. You could play Jack Grealish in the middle. Do you know what I mean? In the middle, you can play Jadon Sancho on the right. You can play Sterling on the left. You play Harry Kane up front. There's no problems. That front four's cold.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you just need 2 men sitting behind them. You can take your pick, Declan Rice and someone else. So you play Declan and Winks. You play Declan and flipping Henderson. You play Declan and Dyer. It don't matter because Declan Rice can pass, innit? So he's a passing, deep lying player. So you play him next to someone that can just break up the play. It don't really matter. You probably don't even need to play him and Eric Dyer. You play him and Henderson for the experience, probably. And then you just go with a back 4.
Henderson, for me, has to play.
There you go. So you play Henderson and Declan Rice, and then you just play Henderson in goal, and then you just pick a centre-back pairing, bro. Like, that's it. Mings and someone probably I'd pick just because Mings is athletic and he's good in the air. So then you pick someone. If you want to say Mings and flipping and Maguire, cool. Do you know what I mean? But the facts are you need pace next to Harry Maguire if you're going to pay Harry Maguire. Why play him in a 3 to protect him, bro? Because if he's that shit that he needs protecting to be in a 3, just don't play him.
True.
No, I'm saying, brother, if you can't play in a 2 as a centre-back, you're not a good defender.
But I think that's the whole thing, isn't it? Like the protection is what he needs, isn't it? It's not that it's not. That's the thing. He shouldn't be playing. That's the fact. I see that the way Southgate plays at the moment, it seems that he's going to always play in his starting strongest 11. Maguire, do you know what I mean? He's always going to be there. I feel like Dyer's more likely to be playing at the back than in midfield, and the only thing that I would change to that is I can't see how Henderson can play in it. Like, firstly, from a realistic perspective, and also me personally, he's got to be playing at least once a month for Man United to be playing for England, because if with Henderson, no one knows if he's a form goalkeeper or not. You know, with certain man like Romero and that, you knew that he can come in after not playing for 2 months and he'll still do a good game. Obviously, Henderson done that against Luton. I get that, and he done that for a few games this season. But we have to see how he's like when he's not playing every single week. personally. And I think until then, Pope's got to play, innit?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, obviously, there's the argument Jordan Pickford for England it plays better than he does for Everton, innit? But he's not good.
Yeah, so, but then you could argue that at the time, the England team was probably playing better than the Everton team. Maybe not so much now. I would love to see how long Carlo has him before he gets rid of him. Because if Ancelotti's there for maybe 2 more seasons, I don't see him surviving.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't see him surviving. With these ones, it's a hard one, isn't it? I guess as an international manager, I remember seeing some documentary about it with international managers talking. They have to decide between choosing players that are clutch on form all the time for international, but maybe the players good for their club. Or the other way around, are you choosing on form for club, innit? What's the right way of choosing? Because
the only way to choose is form for club.
That's it. But do you know what I'm saying? Back then, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it wasn't even done on either of them two. It was just on the status of the player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rooney would be off form for 3 months. He'll still be in the England team.
Yeah.
He'll walk into the team. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's probably what some of the things that alienated fans from England anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? All of that nicety with players that the manager liked at the time. So hopefully with Southgate, he starts putting people like DCL and Grealish in the proper starting 11, not no friendly stuff, because it's all good doing the friendly stuff. But when it comes to the main games, I know they won the other day, but you got to be playing the players who deserve to be played in the competitive ones.
I forgot about Joe Gomez as well for England centre-back. So, yeah, I'll play him and flipping Mings, blood. I swear down, I wouldn't play flipping, or I'd play him and fucking Maguire, bro. Now, I mean, let them build a partnership. Play them together. Keep playing them together, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And like this guy said, Jack Grealish offers something that no English player offers, which is why Jack Grealish needs to play down the middle, because he will free up space for Raheem Sterling, free up space for Jadon Sancho. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll be able to find Harry Kane in the pocket. Like, he's got that. He's the one creator that England have. They don't have another player of that ilk, bro. And he don't play, bruv. Man's in the second team. Gareth Southgate's a fraud. He's a bum, bruv. They need to get in Eddie Howe as soon as possible, bro, because he'll free up them young, flair, creative players, bro. Like, England don't have... Remember, back in the day, England's strong points used to be their midfield and the defence. They used to be. They used to produce very good centre-backs.
That was the strength.
England used to produce good centre-backs and central midfielders they used to think were good, but I don't know about all that. Do you know what I'm saying? But they used to produce top centre-backs. When you think that we had Ledley King, Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, John Terry, Jonathan Woodgate, bare man that just could play centre-half, innit? Now we don't have one of those. So we have to play to our strengths, which is attacking football. So we have to get as many of our attacking players on the pitch as possible. And if it means playing 2 holding, then we play 2 holding, bro. You know what I'm saying? But there should be no reason why we're playing 5 at the back, because it actually bluntens the tools that we do have.
True.
True. It's bullshit, bro.
Yeah. I think, well, in that case, then you got to, if you're going to only have 2 centre-halves, then it's got to be the right 2 centre-halves, in it. It's got to be 2 that when it comes to a one-on-one, or all the things that we've been talking about on previous shows, these defenders are fundamentally, they don't, like I said, like you said in it, they don't need to be world-class ballers. They just need to be able to do their job and do it well. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know if Maguire's that bad that he shouldn't be in the starting 11 long term, but on form right now, he shouldn't be anywhere near the England team.
No, so.
But we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about flipping, what's his name as well, bruv? Kyle Walker. He's got a shout for right back for England.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, because Trent's been shit internationally, not going to lie.
He has been. But again, because he plays for Liverpool and what Liverpool's been done over the last 2 years, that obviously helps him. Do you know what I mean? He's been phenomenal for them, but no one even in the comments been talking about flipping Rashford, boy. So he's nowhere near the starting 11.
No, Rashford isn't it, mate. He isn't it, bro. He's saying Henderson, Chilwell, Cody, Gomez, Walker. But yeah, Grealish, Henderson. See, that's a free 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't even disagree with. That's decent. You know what I'm saying? Pope, Trent, again, Chris Smalling, the fact that he can't get into this England squad is a travesty, bro. After the season he's had in Italy,
he will retire probably from international soon. Still,
if he hasn't already.
Yeah.
Man saying playing Calvin Phillips with Declan Rice. Again, that's not a bad shout. I just feel like for experience that Henderson has to be there.
Yeah.
Only for that. But you know what? Connor Cody is a good shout. But that's what I mean. So it shows you that we do actually, I wouldn't say we have depth, but we've got options in it. So there's no reason for England playing the shit football they're playing. They've got progressive footballers, bro.
There's strength all over. Do you know what I'm saying? The England team is actually quite good now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There is.
Rashford in his starting 11.
Yeah. Ahead of Sterling, mad thing.
Yeah. It's going to be a while till we see that full strength England team though. Because every time something happens, every time there's an international, someone drops out because of COVID, someone's injured. So, boy, we might not even see the strongest 11 for a long time.
The mad thing is, man are saying tomorrow you can't even get a game for Chelsea, blood. So you definitely ain't playing for England. You know what I mean? Can't get a game for Chelsea. And that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, the bottom line is, guys, like, there's options, innit? There's options. Yeah? And Southgate is a bum. That's what he is. He's an absolute bum, bro. So, I gave him his chance. I'm the kind of guy where, like, I always say, I hold my hands up. Like, I wanted him to be given time, and I did say he needs 2 tournaments, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But this brother hasn't shown me anything that warrants me to continue to defend him.
Yeah, that's it. You'll get the obviously he's gonna get at least the next 2 competitions, isn't it? That's what so we'll see what happens in the next 2 competitions. We'll see. He ain't gonna get sacked anytime soon, but obviously, I think this is his opportunity. He needs to try to get to I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? What is England's expectations, isn't it? What's their expectations realistically? If you have to say Euros and the World Cup, what would you expect from this England team? If you
shit, blood. You know those. I'm not gonna lie. France aren't dead. Spain are crap, but Spain can always do it when it matters. You would think. Do you know what I'm saying? Belgium will always be there or thereabouts just because of individual quality, not because they're a good cohesive unit, because I have my doubts over them. Holland, Germany, bruv, there's too many teams, bro. Italy are always there or thereabouts, whether you like it or not. Do you see what I mean? They're just there's certain countries, bro. When it comes to World Cups, France, Italy, and Germany, you can almost guarantee that whether they're playing well or not, they're going to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, at least one of them always shows up on a different. Do you know what I'm saying? I listen in my lifetime, innit, I've only seen Germany completely flop, like in one major tournament, probably like completely, maybe 2 out of about 20 or however many major tournaments they've had in it. Like they just, you know what I'm saying? They're just consistent. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, facts.
I that's the thing, innit? It's big game form, but we'll see. Obviously, we're including you what's it called? The Nations League as well. So yeah, so England's got 3 major tournaments in the next 3 years. Yeah, so
this is it. So you'll be interested, and I don't think
England's got to win something out of those 3, man. I feel like they got to win something or get to a final. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think they can get to a semis.
Is that good enough though?
I think it is with the players that they've got. I don't think any of their players are world beaters. When I look at this England team, how many world-class players do they actually have? Like, do you know what I mean? Harry Kane. That's it. So I don't. So I think that.
I mean,
getting to a final.
People do say Sterling is world class as well.
Yeah, he's not, mate. You know them ones there. He only starts for me for England because Rashford's that bad. You know them ones there, or else he'd probably be one of the players that I'd be looking to drop. No, I mean, I don't think he's that good. Like outside of Manchester City, outside of the Manchester City system. Same with Trent Alexander. He's not good enough outside of Liverpool team. I'd probably start Kyle Walker ahead of him. Now it's been brought to my attention because I completely forgot about Walker. At least with Walker, I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get with Walker.
And that's what I mean. So again, Harry Kane's probably the only world-class player that England have. So to expect them to win a tournament with one world-class player, I wouldn't expect that of another country that only had one world-class player. When you look at Belgium, that have a couple anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? You look at France that have a bag of world-class players. Do you know what I mean? Like, Germany have a bag of world class man. Do you know what I mean? Them man have got Gnabry. Them man have got Gnabry and Sane, you know, and Muller.
Yeah, mad. How long though? Like the thing is that this surely is an era in it. Like in the next 3 years, you got to see some of these men come to their potential. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people keep England, the England fans in England, people who talk and comment on England, they comment a lot about potential, and a lot of players are potential. But now, in these next 3 years, you should see the best of Rashford. You should see the best of Sterling. You should see the best of maybe not Sancho in the next 3 years, but you should see the best of those two. You can already see the best of Kane, and if you look across the rest of that team, they should all be at their peak in the next 3 years.
Yeah, they should. But we don't know how high the ceiling is, Akeem, bruv. You know what I mean? Because this country is notorious for overrating their players. So we don't know how high their ceiling is.
But looking back to that last World Cup when obviously people thought England will win it, were you confident that England were going to go all the way? Or did you think they
Hell no. When they were singing "It's Coming Home," I never once sang that. Because I thought, no way is it coming home, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I said, we haven't played no one. And even when we won, we didn't look convincing, bro. Like, one of the most euphoric moments for me was when Kieran Trippier scored that penalty. I mean, the free kick. I got bear thrown all over me. I watched it in the William Hill pub, innit?
Yeah. I think I was there that day. Still.
Yeah, and it was just mad, and it was great. It was
just going everywhere.
It was an amazing atmosphere, but I always knew that England would bottle it. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like the way England cannot bottle it is if they have a different approach. Gareth Southgate will always forever be known as the guy that missed the penalty, innit? And this guy's the guy that's going to lead us to victory somewhere. You're taking a piss. Man needs someone that's young, fearless, and English in charge, blood. That's why we need Eddie Howe. These men say we need a foreign manager. No, we don't. We don't need a foreign manager, bro. That's one thing when it comes to England, yeah? We don't need a foreign manager.
What's the reason why you say that, though? Specifically, they don't need that England need to have an English manager, though.
Bro, we can only play English players. So why the fuck should we have a foreign manager? You know them ones, they don't make no sense. What for, blood? Some of these foreign managers to come in and do what, bruv? Like, you don't get it, blood. Do you know them ones? Like, that's one thing, bruv. If these men want to be patriotic and that, bro, listen, this is England, bro. I don't want no fucking foreign manager coming in to manage the team. What for, blood? You know, like that, bruv. Like, you don't get it.
I can't lie. I remember it was a reach when England were going through that whole Fabio Capello stuff, and I was thinking,
and Sven Goran Eriksson, fuck off, man.
You're reaching.
Capello couldn't even speak English, bruv.
Yeah,
and he was managing the England team. It's a shambles, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like in like club football where you've got loads of different nationalities in the dressing room, and maybe certain players can translate for other players. Do you know what I mean? It's not that, bro.
But you know what? Looking like, even before we talk about other managers, like that shit that is better than Southgate, who's British. I just want to say, for what is worth with Southgate, I appreciate what Southgate done up to that semi-final, innit? That semi-final game, yeah. The mistake, you got to be able to adapt to the manager, innit? And I feel like there's a lot of managers now who just cruise with the same tactics, the same lineup, even when you can see things just staring in the face, innit? Like Harry Kane's fitness, do you know what I'm saying? Which was clear the game before, innit? And that was what was crucial in that game, because it's not like Croatia battered England, innit? They didn't win 3-4-0, innit? England won that game. And I feel like that was what was mad frustrating about it. And I feel like if there was better coaching decisions at the time, yeah, I feel England could have beaten them. They wouldn't have beaten France in the final anyway.
No, France would have pammed them, but at least they would have got there.
They would have got to the final. That Croatia game, England could have won that, innit?
Yeah. They didn't lose it because Croatia were better than us. They lost it because tactically they got it wrong.
Yeah.
That's all it was, bro. And when you look at England, all the games they won, they didn't win them convincingly to the point where man were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, we're pamming teams. It was never that, bro.
No.
It was never that. We got over the line. Do you know what I mean? England were just getting over the line, just like how United were getting over the line at the end of the season on penalties and them thing there, bro. We just got over the line, innit? But Southgate killed us. And I feel like we've got enthusiastic English players, bro. And we need a young, enthusiastic English manager, bro. Like, Gareth Southgate is a disgrace, blood. Do you know what I mean? The way that he's treating Jack Grealish here tells me about what he's like as a human being, innit? And how he sees the game of football. the way he sees the game of football doesn't align with the talent we have. He's not a good fit for the current crop of players. You see what I'm saying? We've got young, exciting, and bags of flair and pace, and this guy wants to play some fucking sideways 5 at the back football. What is this?
But if you had to look at if you had to, a man said about Panama, yeah, but if you had to look at without including Eddie Howe, so let's say Eddie Howe's not in the race, how many other English managers are better than to take the job of Sarri now?
Bruv, I'll go get the Sheffield United manager and then say fuck Sheffield United. I would, bruv. You're England. You can have anyone you want. Go get Wilder. Go get Wilder, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's no excuse. I'm saying specifically go get Eddie Howe because he's young, he's available. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's a coach. He's an actual coach, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, he will improve the players as well when he has them. And that's what it is. But then, bro, go get Wilder then, bro. There's no excuse for having Southgate. There's no excuse for having Southgate with this current crop of players, because Southgate would have been a better manager for the flipping that so-called golden generation that weren't so golden, didn't do shit. He would have been a better style of manager for them, that pragmatic approach. Do you know what I mean? Like pragmatic football with these players ain't gonna work. Yeah,
because I feel like one of the other problems that England has had as well is they wait too long to change manager as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you leave it too long, if you wait until 2 or 3 tournaments down the line, and then he leaves or steps down, because I can always see him stepping down rather than getting sacked for some reason. Yeah, because let's not forget Southgate's been part of this England setup for a long time. Do you know what I mean? So I feel out of respect, he's probably going to end up doing that. But I feel like by the time that's happened, the cycle is restarted. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like club football. It'll be another 2 or 3 years until there's another opportunity, and by then you're gonna have a lot of these players past their peak.
Yep.
And you got to strike when the iron's hot. I think that's an important factor. You know, 4 years ago there was the opportunity to now switch manager every couple of months or give a young manager a shot, because England weren't nothing. They just had a bunch of kids and a bunch of old players that were now coming to the end of their international career. Now this is an opportunity that England's got to look at it now every couple of months. They got to look at this situation that the next 3 years, this is our best shot since probably, I don't know, 96 to win something.
My man said Southgate's building a kitchen, blood. 3 right backs and 2 fridges, blood. It's the truth, fam. And look at that. You got Hauser, Shout, Wilder, and also Potter as well. We've got young, exciting British managers. We've also got Wilder, who's not young, but he plays exciting football, and at least he has a philosophy and a system that's progressive. Do you know what I'm saying? Because his free at the back doesn't look like Southgate's free at the back.
I'm glad no one has come up and said the old them
Sam Allardyce, blood.
Yeah, all of them, man. What's the other man? What's it? Oh my days. Just that band of managers still.
Yeah, they're them, the Pulises and all them, man. Them man can go to hell, blood, and burn slow, fam.
All of them, man.
You see what I'm saying? That man's just, bruv, we're not on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up everyone watching. Slap that like button, man. Let's get us up to 500 like. But yeah, I'm sick of it. Brendan Rodgers is another, but Brendan Rodgers is in English, but still, I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? He technically counts as British. So it's one of them ones where even that is a bit more acceptable. But why would he leave Leicester City? Yeah, you know I mean, we wouldn't. But I'm looking at it right now, and I'm saying you could definitely get the Brighton manager because it's Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton. You could definitely get the Sheffield United manager. No disrespect to them. But Eddie Howe's already available, so we don't even need to rock the boat.
Yeah,
you know, we don't need to just go get him.
Yeah,
and the guy will come in. He's young as well. Yeah, I mean, he's relatable. He understands these players, bro. And he coached a lot of English players at Bournemouth as well. Like when he was bringing players, and he had a lot of young English players, and he had them playing good football. So we know he's got previous. Gareth Southgate was doing well with the under-21s and that because these men were just better than their age mates.
Yeah.
They just were, innit? You know what I mean? But with football always tails off at the top. You always get certain players that are better in the under 18s, under 21s, and then they make the jump to men's football and the jump's too high for them. You see it all the time with footballers that are in your academies at your clubs that are the most exciting, guaranteed to blow and that, and then they never do. Like your Adnan Januzajs and all these other bres that get tipped for absolute greatness and then end up just floating around football. Like it happens all the time.
Happens all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? And even if you look at it from a club level, Man United has carried a lot of those man over the last 20, 30 years. Bare man who's just coming off pure hype. Do you know what I mean? And they've got the ability, do you know what I'm saying? But that's only half the battle. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're young, you need to have a lot of different attributes about you. And certain man just didn't have it. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. When they're younger, the pace and power was getting them through it. And then when you get into the adult game, it's not enough. It's not enough. And that's why I think that certain of these managers, like the Gareth Southgates, he's not the guy in it. I can't see him improving any of the players, similar to Ollie. He's not going to improve these, man. Tactically, he's inept and he's negative. There's nothing about him that actually lends well to the current crop of players that he has. And I think that you need to pick a manager with a philosophy in mind, bruv. And you have to look at the current crop available. This is the most exciting crop of players we've had in terms of attacking flair, talent, team spirit, morale, and that. There's not the divide in the England team that there was, obviously, when we were growing up. Like, it's a completely different football game. So we have to get Southgate out, bruv. He's a bum. That's what he is. There's no other word for it.
Boy, well, let's see how he is in the next couple of games, in it. In the next, he's gonna obviously get at least one tournament in it. So
yeah,
we can do is see what he's gonna perform like. But you know, I'll end up. Listen, after what I saw 2 years ago with the World Cup, I'll still stay optimistic. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about Peter Schmeichel in a second, but we gotta stay optimistic in it. But I feel like Southgate, end of the day, what he's done, considering where he's come from, bro, ex-Middlesbrough manager, like youth, you know, what his CV, bro, his CV was kind of like similar to the Ollie situation, to be honest.
It was.
So what he's done in comparison to what someone like Ollie's done in terms of, bro, he's gone above and beyond what anyone expected, innit? So even if he leaves now, I think he'll get good jobs moving forward.
Yeah, I think Southgate can leave with his head held high if he was to leave today. Do you know what I mean? As compared to Ollie, I don't think that would be the case, innit? So it's one of them ones where Ollie's made us worse, innit? Southgate hasn't made England worse. He just hasn't made them any better. I don't think that he's maximizing the potential of these players.
Straight. So what do you make of the Schmeichel thing before we move on from England?
Well, Schmeichel's an idiot though. I've been saying it, bro. Like, imagine, yeah, me and Flex met him, yeah, at the awards. What is it? What's that football awards? Like
PFA.
Nah, bruv. You know, like they have the best awards.
FIFA Best Awards.
Yeah, bruv. And we interviewed him. And we were talking about United. And as soon as he started talking, I was like, bruv, this guy's an idiot. Like, I had to walk away, bruv.
Why? What was he saying?
Like, that's why I'm not in the video. Because me and Flex were there and we were talking to him about, and it was Ollie, in it. I think he was talking about something about backing the manager or something. And if you don't back the manager, then something or the other, some nonsense, bro. I feel like, was it Ollie or was it Mourinho? I can't remember. I think it was early Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he was talking about backing the manager or something. And some of the stuff he was saying, I was thinking, this brother doesn't watch us play at all, you know. And I just left. I said, this guy's a fool.
And balloon sort of comment.
Yeah, I just said, this guy's an idiot. And I just walked off. Like, as I was like, this guy's doing my head in. You know that? Because you know, like, bro, man grew up watching this guy. You know what I mean? He wasn't a hero of mine, but it's one of them ones I grew up respecting him. As soon as he started talking, I was like, this clown don't know nothing about football. I'm out of here. You know them ones, I left Flex on his own. And there's one of them ones where, bro, the guy's a fool, innit? He's a fool. He don't know nothing.
He said something about Joe Hart, innit? So
he was like, why isn't Joe Hart the England goalkeeper? He's only 33. He'll be in his prime and that. Have you not been watching football, blood? Joe Hart left Man City, went to Italy or something, dropped a clanger in his debut, was floating around in the wilderness, and then Jose gave him a lifeline. This brother ain't even been playing ball like that. Why would he be England #1? The brother's not even in the squad, bruv. What is this guy talking about?
And by the way, even for Torino, he was terrible still.
Yeah, bruv, he dropped a clanger in his debut, fam.
Yeah. A couple of weeks he done the same thing. But
bro,
listen, the Joe Hart thing, I don't think no one should take that even serious because it's nonsense, isn't it? The only logic that I ever thought when I saw Joe Hart getting signed was that he's there for the experience and he's one of them changing room dons, isn't it? That will just be shouting in the changing rooms, "Come on, lads!" Do you know what I mean?
He's literally a passion bearer, blood.
That's it.
That's what he is, bro. Like, he's a passion guy. Like, from how he was speaking in the interview, it was all this passion thing and like work hard for the shirt and, bruv, shut up, man. You know, there was like, I can't stand them. United, yeah. Our legends are a disgrace, innit? I'm not gonna lie, these man just let us down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. Like, one of the saddest parts in it from a Man United perspective is watching these legends come on and talk rubbish in it. And I've obviously, me and you've been talking about this for years in it. Like, I can't stand. I'll say it bluntly in it. I can't stand Paul Scholes since he left football. Since he retired from football, he talks absolute nonsense in it. Like,
all the time.
Bro, I don't care how good he was at football, how much I loved him on the field, yeah. But as soon as man left football, yeah, in terms of playing, he talks rubbish. Like, more than any of the other legends, he's top of that. He talks rubbish, innit? But
these men are fools, bruv. And you know it is Akeem, bro. I said it a million times, yeah. And today, it's funny, I was watching something. Obviously, these lot now watch basketball. I was watching Shannon Sharp here speak to Chris Bosh in it about LeBron James. And you know what's mad in America? Because they've got the collegiate system. All of these athletes are articulate, bro, because they have to go to school.
Yeah.
They're intelligent guys, bro. They need to keep their grades up for them to even play in the league and get drafted.
Literally.
So these men are intelligent. Like, they can go and get a normal job. You see a lot of these footballers, yeah, especially that generation, bro. They're so... Bruv, they're thick, bro. Like, I just have to put it bluntly, yeah? These men don't have basic level education. And I'm not talking about grades. I'm just saying basic intelligence to get you through life. Most of these men are stupid, innit? So when you look at the likes of Scholes and these men, if they weren't professional footballers, what would they have been in life, bro? Whoever knows.
But that's why even if you just take away your how much you like him as a player, and you just listen to him even talking, bro, as a pundit, bro, he doesn't know. Even what he's talking about, he just sounds like he's talking rubbish. In it, the only one who sounds somewhat smart in the way he comes across, even if he's talking rubbish, is Gary Neville. In it, Gary Neville's smart enough.
Gary Neville comes from money, though, innit? You know them ones. Gary Neville comes from money. Same with Frank Lampard, he comes from money because they had parents involved in the game, so they come from money. Owen Hargreaves speaks very well. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
man as well.
Man's Canadian, and you know what I'm saying? Man's Canadian, you know what I mean? And like, man's playing for Bayern Munich, so you know he probably came from money as well. You see what I'm saying? And you could tell it's just like you don't have to come from money to be articulate, yeah. But these men are just not intelligent, bro. That's what it is. And you're being given mainstream media jobs, punditry jobs, where people are asking your opinion, and the only thing you've ever done in your life is kick a fucking football. Like, you shouldn't be effectively in the media, yeah, if you're not even articulate, bro. They're not articulate, and they've got no common sense,
bro. Even beyond being articulate, a lot of these man, they don't even. We talk about it a lot, innit? They don't even watch football. They don't even watch football, and the worst thing is because they are who they are, people listen to them because they are. Oh, how can you? Oh yeah, I'm sure Paul Scholes' opinion is better because he actually played the game. So shut up. Those are the sort of comments you'll see on Twitter, and it's like, so just, bro, he could say anything, you know, but because it's Paul Scholes,
bruv, man said we should have loaned Cavani. He was a free transfer. This is what Paul Scholes said, guys. This is our legend, bro. This is embarrassing. We should have loaned him from who? Fucking hell, bruv. This is what I'm saying. And they're all failed managers as well, blood. Look at Paul Scholes now. What man's at what? FC Salford or something?
Now he's moved. No, not Salford. I can't remember what team it is actually. Let me just check.
I thought it was Salford, blood.
Is he gone to Salford?
Yeah, I think Salford. I think he's like filling in there or something. Bruv, that's his level.
Yeah, because he was at Oldham, innit?
Brother, before he even took charge of a game, he left. That's what I'm trying to say. Man said we should have loaned Cavani, and they're all failed managers, bruv. You look at them. Even the likes of Roy Keane, failed manager, now he's a pundit. So Keno gets some things right, but he gets most of them wrong. Gary Neville, failed manager, pundit. You know what I mean? Like all of these Manchester United legends in quotation marks, and not one of them's made a decent manager, but we're taking these man's fucking word for it when they're talking shit. They don't watch football. This brother said Joe Hart. I can't even remember. I don't even know how he remembered Joe Hart still plays football.
because he's got the goalkeeper eye on, innit? So he's just thinking of probably his old mate. He's probably been talking to him for a couple of years. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of that is, and a lot of it is that as well, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Hart and he's probably texting each other on WhatsApp, and he's probably thinking, yeah, let me say this to try and get him back in the mix.
But there you go.
I'm Peter Schmeichel, and I can do that. No.
That's what I mean. A man is saying Rio's all right. Yeah, because Rio watches football, bro. That's all it is. Now, I mean, Rio never came from money and that, but Rio watches football. Robin Van Persie watches football. Patrice Evra watches football. These guys actually watch football.
Yeah.
That's why they're qualified to be pundits. Paul Scholes doesn't watch football.
Paul Scholes.
Peter Schmeichel doesn't watch football.
100%. Paul Scholes strikes me as like, man just wakes up and just goes to the studio and he just gets given the notes and that. Do you know what I'm saying? He just gets notes. He probably didn't even watch the game, probably a few highlights and that, and he'll be commenting.
But that's it. These men don't watch ball, innit? If you don't watch ball, you should not be a pundit, yeah? Why should you be a pundit of a sport you don't watch?
And in terms of Roy Keane as well, like Roy Keane, firstly, he's gonna consistently stay on TV because he's box office, innit? People love to hear what he's got to say. But a lot of the time, you can tell he's one of them reminiscent sort of players. He'll just keep comparing everything he's seeing now to what he done when he was playing in it. So he's a kind of like that sort of a pundit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everything is trash now to him. Do you know what I mean? Nothing's that special. Do you know what I mean? And that's what people like. People, because he's soundbite. He'll hit with the sound bites because he is that sort of pundit. But I don't think he can't break down and articulate what's happened like an Owen Hargreaves can. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But that's it. Like my thing is, yeah, what pisses me off with these pundits is cool, have an opinion, but when's the last time you've heard Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, any of these guys actually break down as to why something's not working? It's always, the players ain't good enough, they're not working hard enough.
That is exactly what you hear.
That's all you hear. Why don't they tell you that, this shape didn't work, there's overload on the right-hand side, this didn't happen, bruv? It's like they're not watching it, they don't know what's going on. This is why they're failed managers. They don't know how to analyze. How can you be a pundit if you can't analyze the game? That's all they do. All they do is stick it on individual players. They don't want to blame the manager because the manager's their mate, but they don't want to say where it went wrong or the other team worked harder. No, that's not what happened. No, that's not what happened. Do you know what I mean? These men don't know what happened, and these are the man that people are taking they're taking a word for it because they used to play football. Yeah. What does that mean, bro? Like they don't have the brain power to process what's going on, bro. And we're taking these man's words for it, bro. Same with Graham Souness as well. Graham Souness want to cuss everyone in the planet and say that he could do it better, but then tell us what went wrong, then, Graham.
You can't.
Because these men don't get it. I mean, all of these men are frauds. I mean, that's all they are, bruv. They're frauds. They've been handpicked because of their reputation as footballers to analyze a game of football they don't understand. That's why they failed as a manager. Same with Graham Souness. He failed as a manager. And the list goes on.
You know what you get sometimes as well? When you get some of these players who are so deep-rooted in football, who's been in and around football for so long, they got
institutionalized.
Bro, they've also got so many mates that they're trying to defend. Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, you won't get some of these pundits that are even completely bluntly honest. If you took a pundit that doesn't give a toss about the opinions or how much they are loved by any, and this is why America, bro, anyone who watches any American punditry for NFL, NBA, is 10 million times better in it. Because these men not only break stuff down properly, but they will cuss anyone that they need to cuss. If the players playing crap, they'll cuss them. But you can see in the UK sports or football, there's an agenda all the time.
Always.
You know, and when I mean an agenda, I don't mean just talking about Pogba, blah, blah, blah. But on the flip side, they don't criticize certain man because they might be mates with the guy's dad or something, or some stupidness because they helped them get through the academy and they went to lunch with their uncle a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted because that's happening.
It's happening, bro.
that's why I don't want to hear Jamie Carragher and Souness talk about Liverpool, because you're never going to break down the game properly.
Yeah. But that's why I said I don't mind Gary Neville as long as he's not talking about Manchester United. I've said it many times, because as soon as it comes to that, these men are trying to protect certain things, trying to keep windows open for certain opportunities, all of these other things, bro, which is why I say when it comes to a lot of people come for their content on YouTube, bro. That's it. So
you made a good point with that one. People always protecting their interests long-term in it. So people are smart in it. They're thinking, if I criticize the club or this player too much, I'm not going to get this interview of this player in the future, or I'm not going to get this opportunity to work for the club in the future. Do you know what I'm saying? And even these pundits are thinking that, because at the back of their mind, Carragher's probably thinking, I might want to work for Liverpool in a couple of years, so I can't criticize them too much. All
of them do it, my guy, and that's why I said, like, it stops becoming fan opinion when you start working with the football club, doing stuff with the players, and doing all of this mainstream stuff. That's why I'm stepping away from it and I'm doing my stuff online. Someone said to me, "Oh, why wouldn't you do something with the club?" I had a meeting, and they basically said to me, like, out of all of these brands, like, just put like you in an ideal world, top 10 brands you want to work with in the next year. And they were like, "What, United's not on there?" So I never want to work with them, man, ever. They were surprised. I said, "No, I don't want nothing to do with these, man, bro, because I want to be able to speak my mind freely." You know them ones. I don't want to work with them. I don't want to work with none of them mainstream brothers either, bro, because you're not putting on the phone on me, blood, when I'm telling you what it is. You know, like that, or editing something out and not allowing me to say things. I'm not doing it, fam. Do you know what I mean? And that's what a lot of these men are doing now. They're going on the screen now and they're protecting their best interest. Yeah, they might want to get an ambassador role with the club sooner or later, get some free flights around people to kiss some babies and shake hands, blood. Not interested in none of it, bro. You know what I mean? And like this brother said, they all got kids in the academy as well. You think these things don't happen?
Bro, and then you got to think it's deep rooted like that. It's like, maybe if I talk too much, all of a sudden my kid's not going to get selected next week. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's all a circle. And people
see, Van Persie put his U in flipping Holland, bruv.
Straight.
There you go. His U ain't at Man United. You know them ones. For all I know, Rooney's probably got a U still in the academy now. Straight up. But one of them, you know them one.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's why I respect the pundits that have no there's very few of them. Let's not get twisted. In the UK, there's very few of them, but I like the pundits that are just, bro, they don't have an allegiance so much pinned that they can't be honest with their opinions about something. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's it. And there's very few of that in this country, to be honest with you. And that's why punditry in this country is not, in terms of mainstream, is not on the level of the US.
It's not. Of course it's not, because they don't have the intelligence. They don't have the intelligence of the game, and also how they select the pundits as well. They don't just select man because they used to play. And that's why I could sit down and I could watch. I could watch Undisputed. I could watch First Take. Yeah. And Shannon used to be a football player, but he's talking about basketball. But he knows so much about basketball that nobody says, "Oh, you don't know shit about basketball. You're a football player." No one says that to him, because man respect him. You know them ones. These men that actually play football, and I don't respect their opinion on football because they don't know football. And my guy's been relegated 4 times, twice in one season, 6 semi-finals, no wins, 6 losses, 18 goals. There you go. And that's what I mean. A man are talking about, he's the Man United captain. Fucking hell, let that marinate. Mad thing. And again, Boyan as well, my guy, is pundit in Sweden. He doesn't care who it is. He just says how it is. But that's why I love him. That's why me and him got on so well. If you man ain't seen me and him's interview, me and Boyan get on so well, blood. I chat to him pretty much every week anyway. And he runs a football team in like a grassroots football team in Sweden. And I'm going to get my team to go over there and play his team. And it's just like a team full of like young immigrants from the local area, like that's quite rough, that he grew up in it. And he said the same thing. The reason why he enjoys working in Sweden on their thing is because they let him be himself, his personality. If he needs to stick it on someone, he does it. He used to be on MUTV and he left. Why did he leave? Because he couldn't. Because he couldn't say how he felt there. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
There you go. Robbie Savage and Phil Neville got kids at United, so them man ain't gonna come out and say what they're gonna say.
Yeah, of course not.
There you go.
And that's why you got to read between the lines sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And boy, we're used to it, innit? And I feel like that's the reason why the only time you'll get more you're gonna get more unbiased opinions with those guys is when they're talking about clubs that don't matter to them, innit? Maybe
then they go off.
Than that. Yeah, then they'll go off on it. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll go, and it'll be two things. They'll either go off on it like mad, or they'll be mad ignorant because they don't watch ball, so they don't know anything about that team, innit? It's one or the other. That's what you'll see.
But there you go. But that's why when Carragher talks about Man United, he makes more sense than Neville, blood.
100%.
Because he don't care. Man ain't trying to get a job from the Glazers.
Straight up. Straight up.
And that's just what it is. That's what it comes down to, guys. So you've got to understand, yeah, what you're ingesting. When you're listening to these man, you've got to understand that most of these man are trying to protect themselves, bro. They don't really care about you like that. They don't really care about the opinions, nothing. All of it is, it's all tactical, blood. Don't say this. Make sure we don't mention this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. All the time, Neville can say, oh, yeah, the owners and that. But you ain't talking about your brethren. That's killing us, fam. But when it was Mourinho, you had bear chat.
Yeah.
You had bear chat. All of a sudden, it's not the manager's fault no more, even though Mourinho is a million times the manager that Oli could ever be.
But this is why you can't, with these ex-Man United players, we already know they can't comment badly on do you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why they put them on the panel and ask them any question about Oli. What's the point? Do you know what I'm saying? They're never gonna criticize him. Do you know what I mean? And this is it. It's almost like he's protected by the punditry because of who he is and what he done for the club 20 years ago. It's mad.
Yeah.
And that's what's helping him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if he was a random player, like I said, he wouldn't be here anymore. If he was a player that didn't have that allegiance, and there's so many. Listen, the biggest concentration of players on TV, ex-players, is Liverpool, Man United. They run the game in it. I remember one time, I think I watched the Saturday Night Football, Super Sunday and Monday night, and I think all 3 days was Man United and Liverpool ex-players only. You know what I'm saying? Only. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All of these man, you know what I'm saying? Michael, bro, all of them are just Liverpool, Man United heavy in it. So
yeah,
and Liverpool are doing well now. So it's not for Liverpool to get out, but Man United, please. And like I said, for everyone listening, just like what Rants said, just be wary that when you're listening to some of these man, they have agendas. That's it.
Absolutely. No, I'm saying, and guys, before we wrap up, the N'Golo Kanté news, that was breaking, and that loads of guys are saying Chelsea have come out, they've quashed the rumors, they're saying it's not true. Just because Chelsea is saying that doesn't mean it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact in the summer, because I was told United needed a left back, and that you lot were like, oh, look Rants tapping up left backs. I had Patrick Van Aanholt on, I had Lewis on as well. And bruv, I knew we were in for a left back. You know what I mean? Because I know, innit, it's one of them ones. And I knew that N'Golo Kanté wasn't happy at Chelsea. I knew that, innit? I knew that he was potentially available. United went in for him, but he was available, bruv. But he's not the kind of guy that's going to say he wants to leave. But he's not happy at Chelsea. But he's just a happy person in general. So he's going to mind his own business and play and be respectful. But he's available. He'll leave. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially the way that Lampard's sucking off Mason Mount and playing him everywhere. Kanté, his days at Chelsea are numbered. I think that Conte wanted him. Conte wanted to bring him to Italy.
I'll be real. I can see him easily leaving in the summer, innit? Like, not to have a Premier League club. He will probably go to Italy or something. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's something. It's never felt quite right since Lampard's come in with Kanté. I know Kanté's had injuries, but it's just never felt right. Like, it felt like, I don't know, innit? Like, it feels like Lampard is only playing, man, because he knows he has to, or he'll ask questions. But I feel like if Lampard had the choice, whether it's because of a fallout or he doesn't think he's the right fit for his setup, I think he wouldn't play him, innit? Personally.
Facts. Me too. 100%, bro. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't think that he's in favor. I think Lampard doesn't really have a philosophy, but whatever style of play Lampard wants to go with, Kanté is not in his plans. And I think that Kanté is not amazing on the ball, and maybe Lampard doesn't like that. You know the ones. Maybe Lampard doesn't think that he's technical enough, because he did want Declan Rice in, and that would have spelt the end of Kanté. I believe that Kanté only stayed because they didn't get Declan Rice. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And my man said Super chat here. Martial, we now have played with these players. He's an elite number 9. Bro, I don't think we can dispute he's an elite number 9, but he's playing in a team that are not doing him any favors, and he's not the only one. And have I recovered from my hangover? Bruv, I still got a headache, fam. But we work. You know them, man. But we work. Bruv, I polished that tequila off, man. That spun my head. Madness, bro. That's why man's just out here just drinking this water. I've nearly just done the whole bottle while I've been here.
Straight.
Fucking spinning, mate. You know them ones. Everyone make sure you slap that like button. Do you know what I'm saying? 1.3K in here, 1.3, 1.4K. How many likes are we on? Let's get up to 700 likes. You lot already know. You already know the thing. 7 o'clock tonight, back here with Saeed. We got Red Talk. We'll talk about the Bruno Oli situation then and other United stuff. That's why I haven't really answered any United questions here today, bruv. You got the United chat somewhat later on. What are you saying, Akeem, anyway, bruv? What are you saying? Anything else to plug while you're here, fam?
Nah, I'm just laughing still at the Saeed thing still from a couple of days ago. Now you said you might have to see if he's got his head screwed on later on still when you talk to him. But nah, besides that, all good, bro. Bro. I forgot about it for a couple of days now. I just remembered man's talk. But anyway.
Yeah, trust me, the Maguire defense attorney and that flipping it. Hey, brother. Listen, it's a bit of a mad thing. That's what I mean. Big up everyone here. We're back at 7 o'clock with Saeed, man. Get me up to 700 likes. Thank you lot for getting me past 50K. I'm on like 50.1 now. Do you know what I'm saying? Then we'll hit 60, 70, whatever. Then we'll hit this 100K, man. But yeah, bruv, it's been a flipping good journey, man. So make sure you smash the like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Know what I'm saying? And if you, man, need, and you can see at the bottom right-hand corner, the shirts are there, bruv. The shirts are available. Like I keep telling people, if your country is not on the list of countries to ship to, there's a little box at the bottom where you can do like an instant messenger and just message them and say that you want the shirt delivered to a certain country and they'll do it for you. So yeah, you can definitely get that. Big up everyone here. Now I'm saying 7 o'clock with Saeed. I'm back. And I was so licked last night. I scheduled this stream here for 1:30 a.m. instead of p.m., bro. I was twisted, fam. It happens, isn't it? It happens. You know what I mean? A few people clocked, yeah. In the comments, I saw a man said 1:30 a.m. stream and that. Hey, my head was gone. But you get me? We're here 7 o'clock tonight. Big up everyone. I mean, and we'll catch you in a bit.